Yeah. What time is it? What time is it? Trying to get my art kids just to try a bit. Got a bone to pick. But my heartburn back. Take a Prilosec. What time is it? Oh, buddies. You know what time it is. Time to get that art. Nothing like starting your day with a man in his mid-30s freestyling at you. Sorry about that. It's not very good either. But what we do have today should be pretty good. We focused on facial features. You guys did a great job with that. I haven't had a chance to check out glass yet. But today we're going to explore how to draw fabric. Okay? You probably noticed a theme developing after we finished the facial feature unit. We're now just kind of diving into different textures and learning how to draw different things. We're going to put this together and probably do like a longer term summative type assignment with it. But for today, here's what I want you guys to do. I'm going to show you an example here. This is a photo I took. It was of a bathrobe. And what I'm looking for, and this is what you should look for, is something that has a real basic kind of blocky pattern, okay? Stripes or squares. Plaid would work fine. Thick stripes probably is even better. Think of a flag, like the stripes on an American flag. Nice thick stripes that you can kind of like follow the movement of that. And I zoomed in quite a bit, as you can tell, on mine. I also turned that photo into a black and white photo, so it's easier for me to draw in pencil. If you guys want to work in color or do something else like that, that's totally cool. So make your images accordingly. And as always, if you wanted to challenge yourself, you can try a different material. If you have some cool art materials at home, this is one of those projects that would be really good for that, okay? But don't do too much, okay? You can zoom in on this photo. Don't make it hard on yourself. Should be a nice quick demo today. I'm not going to have you guys watch me shade it or anything. I'll show you the finished thing when we're done. All right, so my orientation was a square. My photo started as a square, so that's what I'm going to do here. And really the only step I'm going to give you guys, it's kind of like two steps, I guess. The first thing, and if you want, you can always do those quadrants if that really helps you to plan this out. The first thing is we're just going to block in our major big areas of fabric. Now I see, I think, about 4 of them on my drawing. And I'm going to use the dot method, which we talked about in class before we went to remote learning. And that's going to help me to create the path for this. It kind of goes this way, and then down. And you really want to get these lines to follow the movements that you see, okay? That's pretty close for mine. The second one, I think it starts here and kind of hides behind this here. That's the second section. The third one is really created by quite a bit of shadow, which you see in the finished version. Or if you rewind to listen to my horrible rap song, you'll see it again with that image that I showed you. That's our third section there, and the fourth one is right under that. It kind of hides behind this guy. Alright, so that's step 1. Step 2, still a drawing step. You want to put in the direction of all the different folds we see. Now, a good way to think about these major sections are the areas in which the fabric, dramatically changes direction. Like there's one, maybe it's a sleeve laid over the front of the shirt if you're using a shirt. And so the direction of one line might go this way and the other lines might go this way. So we're just going to start blocking that in, whatever we see. And this is where you really want to be specific, because all these little movements and changes in direction, God, that's what, I mean, it really already almost starts to look like fabric if you do that right. Not that you guys love hearing me talk, but I'm sorry I don't really have much to explain about this part of the process. It's really just drawing what you see and trying to focus on all those little details, of which there are plenty. All right, so that's pretty good place to stop. That's where I have all my major areas of pattern that are shown on this this little square. Now, like with some of the other things, I'm going to have you guys start with some of your darker areas. On mine, don't worry, I'm not going to shade all this, but on mine, it's here and it's pitch black, man. So definitely, if you're using an image and you don't have a full range of values, that means pretty much black to white. Adjust the image. Put it in black and white if you're using pencil. And bring up that contrast, or bring down that darkness if you need more dark values. Bring up your brightness if you need more whites and lighter grays or lighter colors. And just try to draw what you see. Nice, gentle edges in some places, and then some really sharp edges in areas that might overlap other areas, okay? So we'll take a look at this and talk about it when I'm done shading this, and we'll get you guys working on yours. And there we go. So as you can see, I'll try to zoom in here a bit. And there we go. As you can see, a lot of shading goes into this, even my areas of white. I have very few areas that are pure white. A little bit here, a little bit over here, maybe some highlights. My pitch black is in several different places, really defining those contours of those shapes. And as you can see, if you look at the dark to light to dark stripe that's happening there, or right here, the dark to light to sort of dark stripe that happens there, there are things that happen in our light areas like this that are just as dark as some portions of the dark stripe, okay? So, you know, you'll have to maintain that value structure. You'll have to do as good a job as you can to try to get that to be accurate. But don't be afraid to put in those dark values, okay? Especially if they're there and if you see them. Try to, after you block in your darkest areas, try to map out the very few, very reserved areas that you're going to preserve as white. It's probably going to be less than you think. You'll see there's a lot of subtle shading, okay? Now, this kind of creates, I'm not sure how well it comes across there on the screen, but it kind of creates a really nice, finished little piece. And even if yours doesn't wind up looking fabric-y, and I kind of purposely chose an area on mine that was like, it was really busy. It was a lot of parts that were combining and complicated. And so there's a few areas where, you know, it does a nice job of rendering fabric. But some others, like up here, that could be like a finger or something. Who knows? It doesn't matter. The point is, this is really great practice for shading. You wind up with a really cool little abstract kind of piece. And just kind of mimicking those soft, gentle areas that kind of fade in together. That's really nice. against the ones that are really, really sharp and really intense. So it's a lot of variety, and it's a pretty good one. Okay? Good luck with this one, guys. Do your best, and get those into me. A lot of folks are kind of slacking on turning stuff in, but we got to see those so we can get some grades in for you guys, and so we can keep going. All right? See you next time.